do sell it. It
I'm
is
really sorry that I didn't get to
posted in the chat sometimes by the
into that
bot, but it's
gold
also
buy
in the link in the description
from last
of
night,
the stream.
but I end up got a gold sell.
Adding a stop loss.
It's still there. I thought to myself, hold on.
Damn.
Okay.
If you have NinjaTrader, I have a tutorial on that that'll.
But I got a
with
gold
that.
sell about like 5 o'clock this morning, I think.
I get some of buy.
Oh, you get to my buy. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
I get $100 off it, and then I jump in
Why do I trade
RS
the
50.
MNQ versus the
Moment
NQ?
of it.
It just allows me to,
That's
especially at
great.
my sizing and the market
But
I'm
volatility
only
right
make
now, it
50.
just allows me to have more
okay, not
contracts.
bad.
Right
Yeah.
now,
That
half
gold buy from the
size
PNL, but it's the one to
is
blow through and then
$800
come
for
back up,
me, roughly.
and it's almost
And so that's not even
at the air.
one
But
contract on the NQ.
the
And I like the idea. I like to be able to
Why this so
scale in
loud?
and scale out. And so a lot of some of these trades, especially because I'm just
The
I'm
1 to
still adjusting my
14
entry style. I'm really only trading
trade
half
hit.
size for them. And
That
so it
was the
allows
buy I
me
was
to,
saying.
like yesterday, I jumped in on a trade that was like, let's
And the
say,
1
I
to
think it
4
was
trade
5
hit
contracts.
too. So it was two.
And I scaled 2 out here.
Why did my
At
computer
like
turn up
2x
the
Now that's a little bit.
anniversary, and then I scaled another 2 out later.
It keep on turn up the YouTube.
So it's
something I don't know.
it allows me to have that flexibility. But obviously managing and scaling in and scaling out, I've traded for years.
Sure.
And I didn't do a lot of that for a while, just because it adds a lot of complexity.
Anyways, so I was saying that I know
There's not a built-in tool to display a support resistance areas. I tried to make one, but it's just so subjective that you really you just got to learn to do it. I would say it's really not that hard, to be honest.
So
I have a YouTube video.
The guy, the buyer from the PNL, boom, hit the level. And how I analyze it, well, I guess I would have to make like a different video.
Watch me stream
pause the guy if you know, because this is absolutely rubbish. I don't know why the hell. Yeah, I get low down, low down. So much things are gone. I'm gonna try to get the setup right. But this is the actual thing that I was back testing. I don't know if you see my screen here. So, hello, see my screen? Hello?
Yeah, man.
Wait, 1 second now. Yeah, so it's whenever it come up to, like when you have something on the futures here, so yeah, what's if a breakout? So more than one, all of this range if it get full, and that's when you know the trade over on the safety kind of finish. But what if I explain it that on a different time because I'm still testing it. Yo. I'll pops to carry them down. I mean, I have the more new one, or those used ones alone I have leave. Okay, what time and where? Oh, same thing. Okay, all right, cool. Me go look around to see if me find any better condition of the gloves them, and then cause them they all about the place still, cause daddy use them and put them all about the place. So me find anyone in a good condition when none of hold them, me carry one. Yeah, man. All right, back to the chart. Man, let's get a phone call. But as I say, yo, when it level right here, so resistance breakout, then you know so you can hold the trade all the way up to the levels here and thing. Which this level right here, this level right here correlates to this level right here and stuff. So once the years and you have the support and push up, so you can take it there. Now this level right here where I was looking for the buy was right here when I see it start to reverse. I'm gonna say, okay, boom, there's a buy present here. That's why I call out the buy. Boom, there's a buy present here because it did a slowdown on this, slowdown on this, and this one starts to reverse look a bit, and this one then I move. So I'm gonna say there's a buy present here, a buy soon forward, boom, for target the top part of this. So that was the 1 to 14 on this markup. Now on over here, so it's not a 1 to 14 because I'm take it off of the hour, and it looks a little bit different. It's right here, long as the blow 3 years and it come back up. When I take it, when it retest and it come back up here, I'm gonna take it here, so which would be a 1 to 4. So currently I practice with the CFDs and the futures thing, so I could have maximized my thing. So that's something that I frost last night. Say, okay, there's two types of view that I'm seeing at the moment. One is a 1 to 4, and one is a 1 to 14. And thing. So as you can see, my goal, my been open this chart a lot, and thing because me still a backtest the futures part, but the CFDs part, I feel like I have it under control. So I have the word backtesting on it now. So me only a forward test it. I've been a forward test it for this week and look a bit of last week. I think this week alone. And may I get some nice stuff off it too. No, look a bit of last week and this week. So I done backtest it because I've been a test it for like the past 3 weeks and stuff. I mean, I fully understand the future state. I still have some more research to do, but I feel like I can start it proof. But anyways, 8 o'clock now, last time. Now this level of markup here, the 4-hour support is still here. Here, so I don't know what I'm looking for. I saw this guy look like he have the same thing. If this blow down past the 4-hour support line, as I ended a markup there, so and they want to come back all the way, well, not all the way down here. I don't think it would become down here, but I play it safe. But if you want to come back like somewhere in them gulag levels there, then that work. As I get the first blow through, probably like 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Think with spot if I stop, if you want to go more, in the business may come out. Cause that shit looks bullish now, it looks like it wants to go up. However, I have this look a line here where I try to take the buys from. This was last week Wednesday, I think, before it burst through, and it came back here. So if it wants to come up and blow up, then I will take a buys there. I'm not seeing anything right now until when market open. It looks a bit choppy, and USD trade play out perfect. I literally saw the sell whenever I enter it. Whenever I enter it, I'm just need feel I've entered really and truly. It's just for me to press the enter button. So I took the buys here. I want to come back into this area. Maybe I gotta take the buy, take the sell, with my sell above there, so and it played out perfectly for the 1 to 5. The 1 to 5 thing. And this is a seller to take off for the 1 hour time frame. As I'm saying, I stick to the 1 hour time frame for currencies and stuff. But the sell play out perfect and stuff. In terms of USD CHF, the retest happened 2 times for this level, and I never get the alert because I wasn't up because my internet went, and I never come back until like after 6 today. So my normal waking up at 4 o'clock never really worked out to me. But this cell here is what meds, and my wait upon it to actually go all the way down here to this level. So it's like somewhere around I wanted to have. It was the same thing for US CAD, but still waiting part for commercials. I'm still on my alert. I'm still away on GJ. I'll probably give up on GJ. But anyways, last time we have like 12 seconds. Might turn up that guy,
And if we pop up here right at the open,
I hope my mic works.
that's not really going to do what I want to do. I want to see a spike lower, a fake lower to help trigger. And if it just opens and shoots up, then honestly, I'll look for a short off of up here, and we'll kind of go from there. So we're open
Yeah, and
and
now
gonna
I'm
kind
gonna
of see
rush
how
down
this
today
plays out. Usually the first
because
candlestick is
I get
pretty dang big.
a bug off a trade
First
this
couple
morning
candlesticks, so
at 6.
gotta kind of let it do its
So
thing
whatever may get me to
and see
get
what
all
happens.
the
See if
Oh,
we
fixes
can
at
get
this
enough
is
movement.
$100.
this could possibly be a sell too. From the Nas could be a sell or a buy, as I say.
Yeah,
I can't see the sell and I can't see the buy.
but
Well, get our win. What time now? The 15. What time is it now? It is
So
now.
we've broken out of this
it's
channel, which is
8:30.
good.
Oh, you're 30 now, man.
Um,
I'm playing it safe.
gotta wait to see how it plays
So
out here. And again, if it just shoots up and
it's all gone
fills this move that I was looking for, that's okay.
because that volume would have already
I'm
taken
not
already.
looking to
So, but
chase this
I
move
play it safe
right at the open. I need to see that pullback that gives me a good price.
because it
Because
looks
otherwise, there
super
was no
bullish
real good
and modally
The
traded.
fly up
price to
now.
enter in here. And that's it just didn't set up my strategy.
Yeah,
That would
not
have been
I'm not
bad.
looking to chase these
that would have
opening
been a
moves if
trade
they don't set
if
up
Benina played safe. But hey,
really how I like.
let's see what happens.
And this might make an unhealthy move to the upside, and then I can look for a short.
As the guys in my mind look for a
For the
reversal
sell.
because mom played safe. I'm also want to play safe on gold. I'm not really want miss gold. I'm not miss two market at once. This brother is not live at the moment still.
Already paid for TradingView? Yeah, you can
It's
use
live, but
TradingView.
it's
I mean,
delayed.
platform is totally personal preference.
Yep, I know.
My brokerage and the
It's
platform.
fixed.
But again, it's just personal preference. NinjaTrader is really good in the sense it gives you a lot of good. It
I need
gives
to
you
get that
really
screen
low
recorder thing.
intraday margin requirements that are really helpful for starting a really small account.
Well, I don't know what to look.
Git retest to this.
Don't
We
know
had
what
got
to
a
look for.
retest to that.
Live data is now included with
Retest.
NinjaTrader. Unless they just made that change, I don't. Yeah, you still have to pay for it. I think they might give you a little trial, like a 2-week trial.
Yeah, it did do a retest to the
You
zone.
sign up through my link for
I'm gonna miss my 5
Mm-hmm.
minutes still because
generally you
that
still have to
breakout
pay
at the
for it.
5 minute here or so.
But it is super cheap.
That shit
If
is
you just want to trade
clean.
the Nasdaq, you can, or the ES.
That
It's like
shit
$4
is
a
clean,
month.
my boy.
I think TradingView is like $10.
But not gonna chart up something I didn't took.
Good spike this morning.
So
This is where that unhealthy move, comes into play, right? Big unhealthy move down. Got those boxes from fair value gap. This is on a 5 minute.
I watch a gold too.
And just look for it to slow down and reverse. And now that's done.
Moving really, really nice.
And so it could continue up from here, or it could reverse.
Serious data. So
I think we continue up for a little bit more at least.
this is a solid buy for the day still.
Thing that I look for in my trading.
I don't think it's gonna come back down.
It's just a magnet.
That volume spike was the trade. Legit. That volume spike was the trade.
It makes it really easy to see the targets of, okay, if I jump in here, where will it likely go? It's at least going to go up to here if it reverses.
And that would
obviously
be me
they don't
playing it
work out every
safe too.
time.
I don't know why I didn't enter.
This move gave all the way back up to the start.
Whatever is like $12.
This move, we pretty much just given this back up now too.
$12 for like 120.
Not going to catch it every time because it doesn't set up. Sometimes the market just moves without you. That's okay. It's not about capturing every move. It's about just capturing the ones that your strategy tells you to jump in on.
Meds the higher
time
frame here.
We're kind of hitting this downtrend line. I don't really think this downtrend line is going to do anything. It looks like we're going to punch up higher more.
Oh, that pushed it.
And we'll kind of just see if we punch up here and just fail.
I forgot to
I would
say
definitely look to reverse this.
I would take volumes.
But I need to see how it kind of sets up here.
Oh boy.
This is going to be a huge fair value gap on a 5 minute once it sets up. Support and resistance wise. I mean, we're pretty much just testing this area. the overnight high, like big picture.
Put my alerts there.
You know, I'll just reduce this to here. You know, this is like
It just break it up.
Yeah.
These highs.
Yeah, we literally
and
have
this
a runner
high.
today for sure.
We could pop up above this and do like a failed breakout. I think up here it's a question of, okay,
Yeah,
are we going to
runner too.
continue? Once this pulls back, do we continue higher or do we
I'm at the 1 minute time frame.
fade
Let's
this?
see what happened. But
And it could
literally
even
have a runner
be,
today.
you know, going for a 50%
This was a trade
pullback
that
of this
missed.
move.
Still.
It could,
upset,
you know,
though,
just pop
but-
down here and reverse up, and this is still tradable for, you know, a 15-minute or a 1-minute chart.
I want to say at least a structure. One thing.
Big rip this morning. This is, and what is this? 200, 300 points right at the open. I don't know how much that is percentage wise.
You know, if we did dip on prop with an enter
Half
already.
a percent already on the Qs, a little over. So big spike.
And then gold is selling off, which is.
This is a huge candle.
Which looks good to me.
Definitely in a reversal zone, unhealthy move. 1-minute trend is going to get broken very quickly. I mean, there's not really a trend line here, but how I see it on this is as soon as it starts printing candles, it can be broken. I think we could pull back to here and push up. That's kind of the first support. This candlestick is almost 100 points. That's pretty late for a large candlestick like that. Usually we get that like right at the open. I'd like to see this slow down a little bit and then make a new high here and then start to fail. Because this is a lot of momentum. I don't think we've seen momentum like this right at the open before. And so I want to be a little cautious with trying to short this, just with the idea that it could just
we have news at 9 o'clock.
It could just be punching up pretty good
but
here.
It's no big news. It's like Jolt's opening, like something calm.
But the risk reward to the downside is going to be very good. And so even if it doesn't work out, I probably need it to work out up 25% of the time. And these moves definitely have been reversing a lot. That's a nice little candle there. I want to see this thing shoot lower a little bit, and then I think I'm going to get in a short here if it pulls back and fills me. Just kind of seeing how much this punches lower.
No, I'm just eyeing it. I'm not really pressure nothing. Right now, I'm kind of comfortable with whatever I have for the day already. So just eyeing it.
I want to get in short here if it pulls back. It's a little nerve-wracking. I could definitely see it just pull back here and shoot higher. But I think the idea here is
nice though from this
and the risk reward here is too good to pass up.
To here, back to these levels, I guess. It's
These
like
things
1 and
do
3.
this often enough.
Could try for like
I'm not going to chase it down here because the risk reward just isn't good.
Those ghosts
I want to see it pull back.
The USD so do look good.
You know, the signal I think was more of this new high that instantly got faked lower.
You know, stretch.
And I could still enter in on a little bit lower of a pullback here. And if it just shoots lower, that's okay. Volatility like this, we've been having that recently, to where it just happens so fast that based on my style of entry, it's hard to jump in. Looks like it might fill me here. Oh wow, that got really close. And this new style of mine is like tricky with entries. I do not want 4 contracts. Okay, my tool kind of goofed me there a little bit. So the risk here could be it just bounces here and shoots up. I'm actually only filled on 8 contracts on that pullback. But again, I think the risk reward is pretty dang good if it fades this.
Oh, I'm trying to sell. I'm gonna try to sell right now.
Yeah, it looks so. You know, I feel comfortable with the sell, but
Just gonna let it do its thing now.
there's a little bit of information coming on at 9, so I'm gonna keep my calm.
I think if it starts punching lower here to 2x, I'll go break even pretty quick. And I'll probably scale out most at 3, depending on how it goes. But again, I think the risk here of, just got to let it do its thing, see if it plays out. I technically have 8 contracts. I'm at 700 risk. We got news also at this red line. This is something I'm trying to get better at too, is frankly, I'm a little skeptical of this. I think it's more likely to go up, but that's how trading works, is you want to just, my strategy says to get in. There's great reasons for this to work out. The risk reward is great. I mean, if we give back the whole move and I can hold through that, I'm getting 3 to 4x. And so the math plays out really well. I don't need this to work every time. And that's the hard part about trading sometimes, is getting married to the specific trade of being right or wrong. And that's not what it's about. It's about, does this work out more often than not, or not even more often than not, but does the math play out in your favor in terms of win rate plus the risk reward? And if I'm risking 700 up here to make 2 or 3,000, and it works out, 30% of the time, that's profitable in the long run. And if it pops up one more time, knocks me out, and then goes, I'll potentially relook at getting in. And we'll just see. This is struggling a little bit here. Nothing to really do right now. But just wait it out to see which way it wants to go. I'm happy with how I entered. Got in on a pullback. Can't really do much more than that until things happen. I am holding into news here, but the news release is small enough that I'm not worried about it. It doesn't really move the market that often, and the market's volatile enough that I don't think it's going to really have an effect. It could, and so be it if it does.
One. I
Got a
took
little
a entry
downtrend like
on a
this.
pullback.
I'm not going to move break even yet. This
me
is a nice
looking
signal
mark
that
up
it's
a
starting to
pullback here,
work.
so from where don't we spot it was out from.
Maybe if it starts to bottom here and not look good, I'll get out a little bit. And it could turn into just a fake lower, but I don't want to scale out yet. I think that's a little too tight.
Vehicle,
spot
yes.
like this. I don't want to do that. I definitely saw the signal there,
Shift
but
or
I
reject
just
that
tried to
again.
do a fake lower. But again, I want to more stick with
Things
the
are
little
a bit
big picture
volatile,
here,
man.
and see what happens. Kind of volatile right now. That news release did cause some volatility.
The news not come out yet, bro. What are you talking about?
Hard holding through this and not doing anything, you know. But that's kind of where strategy rules come into play, and knowing that it's not at a spot that I want to go break even yet. You know, hindsight, you could say, oh well, I should have gone break even down here, because if it pulls back, it doesn't look great. But my stops, and I like where my stop is. I don't think it moved enough. It could have easily pulled back here and gone lower. Could pull back here and go lower. I don't know if I'll size in either. Maybe if this, I think it's too choppy. Even if this spike higher pulls back, and you know I can size in again here, I think it doesn't look good enough anymore. I think the power of this is that it could have flushed and reversed very quickly. I think the fact that it's finding support here makes it more likely to actually continue higher. You know, the idea with this is like that there's not enough strength behind this that it sells off, and this to me is showing strength, and so I don't think it's smart to add on here. I think it either works, and I can, you know, if it makes another stab lower down here, I'll definitely start scaling out. But at the moment, I don't think there's a reason to scale in. I think it's just gonna. I'm gonna
Feel
stay
like
at the
enter
size
right at a
and let it
pika.
do what it's gonna do.
Or it's like 60 instead of the 100 over the risk. 50. I'll make it turn back. But
Because
those
of
are
my
just
new kind of
risks.
entry style, I don't want to
Those are not
do
proper
things
trading
too
tactics.
quickly in terms of tightening up in certain spots. I think it's smarter to
See, I want me to
not
close.
overmanage. I think it's better to undermanage than overmanage, because a lot of the times it's easy to overmanage, and do something
Alright.
that
I
doesn't
could
look
want
good.
me to close now.
I think now, again, if this punches lower, I'll start to pull my stops down, because this is a nice double top. Like, this is a nice little fake higher that is potentially getting reversed. We still need to sell off here, I think, to confirm that. You know, it could just be doing this. Five-minute is starting to put in a double top here. Not a double top, but a lower high. This does put a lower high on a 5-minute, which does look good. It's just making me think about scaling in. I like the idea of a 5-minute signal to scale in more on, but again, I don't think this is. I think it's gonna be tricky to scale in a spot that makes sense.
That buys look too solid to me. Yeah, when I touch that.
Hmm?
I said that buys look too solid for me. I ain't touching that.
Because as this
I look
sells
solid.
off, I think this is a nice signal as a double top.
Yeah, for the NAS.
But I think it
like,
could also bottom here and go up. It's just kind of getting choppy.
Since there's information soon come out anyway, so I don't know.
I could
It's
definitely
too
move
high.
my
As you say,
stops down to here.
It's too high for
as you
me.
say, I
No.
prop me the
$100
point,
off
so
the trade. I don't think I want to quite do
suppose
that
they
here.
can test it out, not true.
Yeah, you can test it out, yes.
Again, we're just kind of in this choppiness right now.
If you break the lower, then
Kinda
I
in
guess the
this
sell looks
wedge.
nice. But
I test it out.
Again, you got to think about the risk
Vagina.
reward, right? It's even if it's 50-50, it goes I lose or I win.
Brush my teeth in the meantime.
I think the the risk
So
reward
far.
is the math is what's very favorable, and that's what you got to remember. I don't want to get sucked into these smaller patterns, even if that smaller pattern is right this one time. Yeah, I mean, this is a nice little double lower high on a 5-minute. I think it needs to set up a little bit more on a 5-minute, I think, to maybe think about adding on. But even if I don't add on and it goes down, nothing wrong with that. Trying to be patient, not overmanage here. That is very weird. That my trade, did it just slip that much? Okay, it didn't. It just, my system just lagged. That was weird. I've never seen that. For a second, I thought my orders were not working.
Yo, I bet the matter ayuda, dog. Yo, ready to come man, eat that shit.
That was very weird.
I'm not gonna eat that shit out. They say, well,
Huh.
get
Stopped
this
out
is just not work. I just
on
want
that.
to do no.
Now it could do a
Rude,
little bit
word.
shy here and reverse.
The buys just look too solid for me to say me. I'll take a sell on this shit. I would like a retest. That retest was nice, though, but
So I'm still watching
want to
this.
combat
You know, we
those.
could come to 10 o'clock here where the
And then-
news is.
news are for 10 o'clock, anyways.
I think if we're pushing higher, just looking at levels here,
It's 10 o'clock? No, 9 o'clock.
everyone's lagged. Huh, that's weird. I've never seen that on NinjaTrader.
9
Must
o'clock.
just be a weird
Yo,
system thing this morning. As long as the
Yeah, 9
fill
o'clock and
actually was
9:30.
fine. That's all that matters. I don't care if it lags
I
and
don't
says
think
I
this one
lost
show in
10,000
the
on my
group
screen,
'cause
as
it's
long
not
as
high
it,
import
in
news.
reality, it
It's
didn't.
9
I mean,
o'clock.
I lost 770, which was pretty much what my stop was supposed to be.
So. Yeah, them buys look
Waiting
too
for the
solid.
retard?
Huh?
Yeah, wait for the retard?
Well,
Yeah, I would
we
like to have
might
a
pop up and
retest.
test this.
The buys look too solid for me to sell that shit.
Kind of see what happens here.
Same thing on highs with gold too.
Tricky spot here. I mean, I don't think there was anything wrong with
I
entering.
don't know what the fuck gold is
There's
doing.
been so many times where
But the
this
buys
is
look too
just
solid for
ripped
gold for me to get up.
lower
Big
very
ass trade.
quickly.
I have to look for like a small one. But
Just
the
always a
buys there
bummer
is
when
absolutely
the
disgusting.
one time you do kind of get in on them, doesn't work out. But that's how trading is sometimes. It lagged on other platforms. That's kind of crazy. I think if this spikes up and flushes, that's not a bad little failed breakout. And I wouldn't be against jumping in again on that. Would I call this a bear flag? I would call this a bull flag because it's gone up. You know, it's bullish. And so it kind of just started to get choppy here. I don't really think there's a, I could have moved my stop down here and, barely taken my risk off, but I don't think getting out here at break even was worth it. I mean, this spike up here, this could have very easily turned into a double top and sold off. And then I would have been out of break even, and that would have happened, and I would have felt really stupid. So I think there was nothing management wise to do. That's just trading, right? You're not going to win them all. It's about getting in those spots that make sense, that follow your strategy, and the risk reward there was great. I was skeptical, but again, just because I was skeptical, it doesn't mean it's not going to work out. Maybe if the risk reward was less, I wouldn't have done it. But because it was 3 to 4x potential, I think it was worth it to stick in there. But I'm glad I didn't like scale in. I think it was definitely not a spot to add on more. Could have a little trend line like this as we're going up. That was kind of the good resistance level. I think the rest of the resistance levels at the moment, as we kind of punch up here, they're not as strong. You know, this is not as strong of a resistance level. It's a, you know, a minor support, or it's a pretty big support level when we were over there, that is now potentially resistance. Those can still work though. So we'll just have to see how this move looks. If it looks like it's gonna continue higher, you know, definitely gonna avoid shorting. But this is a really nice move up still, that it just might need a little bit more time before it reverses. You know, we could get a reversal at 10 when that news comes out, or 10:30. That's the other reversal timing that I've kind of been liking recently.
Or none at all.
You know, I'm not gonna leave after that loss because I think there's still potential. One thing you notice is you get into profit and stay too long. Have I considered cutting my expectations to increase my win rate? There's a fine balance between that. You know, for me, you know, money wise, I don't know how much I was up on this trade. I mean, maybe it was 1x. But that's why you got to think about it. You don't want to think about it as the money, because if you're trading larger size, like some people will say, oh, you were up $1,000. That's a crazy amount. And it is. But at the size I'm trading, it's not that much, right? Like I can have a loss that's, if I go full size, it's like $1,800. And so I can't be scared and take off $500 worth of profit, because then my risk reward ratio is inverse and I'm risking more to make less. And the math isn't going to play out in your favor. That's why you want to try and just think about it. That's why I actually added this update to my tool, which I actually need to send out, since it's, I need to put a note on my phone actually to update this for everyone else, since I've had it for a while here and it's nothing wrong with it. But I added an update here to just show our levels. Instead of, you know, instead of money. Like there's a couple settings in here where you can do risk reward, where I can see, oh, I'm up this much, but that, you know, again, focuses you on the money, and you don't want to do that. You want to focus on the R values. It still has the risk here, because I think it's important to know how much you're actually putting on. You need to know that. But then you can just kind of focus on the risk reward ratio. Because as you scale up, it's just going to get bigger and bigger. I don't use ATR to calculate my stop loss. I just put it above or below, where like here, my stop loss was up here, because that's where I saw the, if it was going to go, that's where the top would have been. And so that's how I use it.
All right, 9
Coming
o'clock.
up to 10 o'clock here. This is where the news is.
Like 30 seconds.
Sadly, I can't add closing captions to the stream for people that want them, just because of having 0 delay on it doesn't allow the system to be able to do it. I definitely did like a long more than a short today, but I don't think that discounted the reason to take this. Well, there's the news. Doesn't seem to have done anything. Didn't really think it would. This is a nice spike up on a 5-minute. I could in this market environment, I think this will get reversed. The question is when, obviously. So I'm gonna stay around and see if it does set something up. Like that candle right there, this is a nice topping candle. In terms of we're at a resistance level that I like. You know, bigger picture. It's kind of drawn from over here. I kind of showed that earlier. You know, based on my entry styles, I would jump in kind of on a pullback here. We broke this uptrend. To me, this could, if this pulls back and it could do this, that looks really good. It might just sell off a lot, which would be kind of a bummer. It could pop down here and just become, that could be a little support. I think I want to wait a little bit longer than just jumping in.
Working on some
Because
trees.
this initial signal didn't work. Otherwise, my aggressive entry would be right here. I would jump in right there.
But that look like a nice little zone for still now, like.
I think I want to see
Wait, that week there.
this do a little
That week
bit
they
more
convince me for
of a setup.
join.
Just because of how bullish the market is right now.
No, want a proper retest, dog.
Now, hindsight, I could be just missing
It
the
was a
move.
proper retest.
And, you know, that's just too cautious, and I should have jumped in there because that's kind of just following the strategy, right?
Right here, the proper retest.
But I
Week
think I
through the
want to
line.
see if this
We should retest.
spike lower just rips and makes a new high. 5-minute, you know, still looks like it's. I think it needs a minute to slow down here. And if this just spikes up and makes a new high, that's a big signal that these candles aren't a great signal today. And we kind of have that proof from here already. And so that's why I'm being a little cautious. And I think waiting for a little safer of a signal. And so that's kind of nice, little confidence boost of not taking that. Especially kind of perfect bounce off of this uptrend line.
Look at that. Beautiful. Show me about Jane.
Amon gifted 5 memberships. Wow. I think you're the first person to do that ever. So appreciate that. That is very nice of you. Game burned today. I mean, it happens, you know? I think the big thing is if you feel like you can't stick around and be disciplined and still make the correct decision, nothing wrong with being done. There is nothing wrong with doing that in trading. It's the smarter move most of the time. You know, trading's all about making the correct decision, and if you feel like you cannot make the correct decision, just be done for the day. You know, even if you miss out on a move, you know, you look back a few hours later and you missed out on a move, you don't know that you would even traded that properly in real time. You know, if you're not able to make good decisions.
Take me to church. Na, 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 na,
I just going through the Mag 7 right now just to see what's going on, what's triggering this move. And most of them are actually down today. I don't know if you guys know what is up a lot. Nvidia's up 2%. Micron's not really up. Meta, Amazon, Google, they're all down. Microsoft's up a little. What else? Apple. There's so many dang stocks now, it's hard to remember them all. Apple's up a little.
That's so true.
Apple's actually the one that's following this move the most. This is just a straight up move. I think if this sets up a head and shoulders, I definitely like that.
All right,
Again, I think I'll just do half size. I won't look to get in more. Maybe
Riley,
if it sets up
no
on
lie,
a
I
5
feel
minute
like you're
again.
talking all your ass right now, bro. You need to get off the charts.
But I mean, at the moment,
I'm
not going against it until
You still look for sale?
There's no point.
Yeah.
That's your youth.
He's a
Think
reversal
that's
trader,
like
so in trade against the trend.
Okay.
So if it's spike down, in trade up. If it's spike up, in trade down. So you only look for
Which-
reversals and not look for nothing else.
You know, no wrong with them I look fine now.
Yeah, no,
Because honestly this could still reverse for true because it made such a unhealthy buy as them say.
yeah.
You know.
It have a chance to reverse, but now continue.
Gotta wait to see.
Why?
If this thing looks like it's gonna slow down and do this, I think this is a healthy move in the sense of it's had this pullback. This is a nice little fake lower pullback.
This one may just
that's why I think
reach.
waiting for more of a 5 minute signal.
It's something we didn't
and
mark
at
off
least
before.
The head and shoulders on a 1 minute is smart.
But
just
it's
because
above
I don't-
it.
You know, here I was looking for a fast move down because it was a very fast
So it
move
could
down. I
continue.
think this, it could start to accelerate, obviously. But I think it'll be more likely it has some pullbacks before it starts to accelerate. And so that's, I don't want to obviously get in short if it's just going to pull back and continue higher. So it's in a tricky spot right now, but we are pretty much
If
at
it
that
break
10
out that
o'clock
trend,
timing here.
break that lower,
where things
then we
will
can see the
pop
sell
up
them I look for.
sometimes. So I definitely want to stay engaged here and look for
Any breaks
some
below the
action.
lower, a retest to this shoulder. Would I take it down to about this? So.
These tops it's putting in.
And should that be
This
right
could be a
here?
topping pattern here. I think
It's
it
still
needs to
up
pull
here.
back down to here though to really show.
What
some
should that
weakness.
make? Once it
And
break
and
this
again,
and
break this
retest the
1 minute.
shoulder, then break back out.
Just gotta kind of wait things out at the moment.
Yeah, whatever I join, I'll break it up. Then we join it. I wonder if we can make it back all the way down this. Doubt it.
Usually the first move of the day, like this trade right here, is the best one. But this is still the same move, actually. Just the reversal hadn't happened yet. We needed one more move up, and then maybe we top out here and go down. So that's kind of the idea that I'm looking for here. But usually the first reversal of the day is the best one. And so we haven't really had that yet. So I'm going to start looking at seeing what an entry in here looks like.
I'll go sell no more. Because that shit
Two
keep on going up, so I was imagine them areas or so. But yeah. That gold buys is absolutely disgusting. And I don't think that shit is gonna sell anymore, so no longer minting gold, so
Nice little bit more punch lower. I think if this punch is lower, I'll look to get in on a
finally
pullback.
reach the area still, so that's good, I guess.
But so
No, the buy.
Definitely gonna have to
or
want to be too
gold?
impatient.
from last night. That was the level, the 1 to 4.
But
From
this
right
was
here
a
to right
fast
here.
move up, and in this market, we have been
So that's the TP.
reversing pretty quickly on things.
But I'm not missing gold cells no more. When we see push down here, on that 9 o'clock open, I thought it was gonna be like a continuation for it to go down, but
So I think some spike down to here. I think
so me definitely out.
This is a little support here it might bounce off of, and then I can, on a little pullback, get filled.
And what should I sell?
It's always a little scary taking the second trade of the day, because in the back of your mind it's, oh well, what if it loses? I now lose 2 trades. But every trade is separate, and if the signal's there, the signal's there. Your emotions do connect them in the sense of like
what I'm gonna do for sure is
that
withdraw my
nervousness.
money.
Yeah, I just don't know if I want to do this yet. I feel like I want to see what happens here.
The withdrawal today for sure.
I think if it pops up here a little bit more
I funded or
and looks like
Live.
it's gonna
yours
reverse.
live.
Yeah.
I just in that group with those or something.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Hard because that's kind of the pullback I'm looking for, and this could be
Yeah.
pulling in.
How much you have to go? The 1,000 I'm looking for.
No, take out the 4 left 1,000.
I think I'm okay.
So much
waiting
left
a
back
little bit
Patriot.
here, because I could always enter in down here,
1,000.
and I think that entry is still pretty good with
Yeah, take out.
reward wise.
Wait, what? How much did I go in?
It allows me to maybe
on that
not jump
2,000
in
right
a little too early,
Oh, okay.
just because this, it's still technically, it hasn't made a lower high yet. And I could always see it make a lower high and
So I'm
then
just
get
slowly
in
compounding.
with a little bit more confirmation.
I can finally say I deserve my monitor, so I'm going to buy that.
Try and get in on another pullback, because this market is pretty pullbacky right now. I don't think I have to be aggressive with an entry here.
The break this first. Once a break,
It's
then
not
I'd
as
wait for
fast
it
moving
to
like it
swing.
was
Where would I wait
before.
for it to? I'd wait for one in this area.
That's a
I
nice
already
like
retest
little
this
lower high
shoulder.
there.
I need to break this again. Give me a retest anywhere in that area.
But if this candle just kind of shoots up here, I don't
You want to
really
close
like
out
that. I think it to me more looks like a little, it could be doing this. And if it makes a new high, obviously that kind of negates this for a little bit longer.
My God.
So even if I might get a worse entry, I think I'm okay with that, because right now the market's just a little testy. Definitely the 1 minute trend is broken now. I think I'd like to see a little bit more of a spike higher and have that flush. One more really solid attempt to go up. This to me it could just be consolidating. Like we're literally just doing this again. So I want to try and avoid.
How many for check by you take something for see if they can give me the green?
It's just going to continue higher. Respecting that uptrend right now that we're in.
Oh, is the end of the semester you're supposed to get it?
Versus,
I guess
the trend is
if the market,
I think it's more likely to at least make one more push higher.
The market, yo, this change.
And I don't really want to jump in on chop.
You remember what is working
right now is a bullish signal.
Wrong 1%. I don't 1% now. Again. 6 0.
And if it just all of a sudden falls out of bed and goes short, which it could totally happen, that's just I'm okay missing that. That's just part of the game. I don't want to be chasing that kind of
6
stuff.
0 1 0.
So
Depending on my charts.
FOMO me into a trade, because it's less likely to happen.
Oh, you go to find this again. You go to student, then you go to transcript, not true. Transcript.
To find a degree.
Then you go find transcript. Yeah, I see if they say it awarded.
You're asking me.
Oh, I asked.
But
I knew you wouldn't know that.
I mean, this is a nice.
You know what I mean?
you know, I like this fair value gap. There's this fair
No,
value
sir,
gap. There's
no,
little
no,
support
no
here,
granted yet.
a little bit here. But I
Yeah,
think
people,
big
yeah, man.
picture, once it kind of, like if we do a double top here on a 5 minute, I think that really puts us in a good spot.
No
to sell
granted
this
yet,
off.
dog. Them people, yeah,
So I
man.
want to try and I think lean back into that. The bigger picture, the
Industrial
weakness
work
as a big
experience
picture sell off,
deferred. Me no see P yet.
versus
How long am I take for
this
give me
was
grade,
more
dog?
reading into the 1 minute. I
Yeah,
think
when
I
is
need
semester
to.
done?
I want to be looking at kind of
Summer
the
semester.
Yeah,
July.
when is
right
done?
now.
July how
'Cause
much?
that's gonna help me
I know. July something.
You
avoid
in a school, dog? Freaking know that.
The fuck?
getting
No.
in short too early here.
You remember no? You mean
School? What you thought it was school, nigga?
As
Like on a 15 minute, I think it helps show this too of just big fair value gap here, little one right here.
that was a
I think
beautiful
you know,
retest right there.
definitely opens the
No
door to do
jokes in
this.
it. That shit. That shit. Look at that. You go, like, come retest this, enter, buy. That's a beautiful retest. I would have never seen it, but it's a beautiful one. Anywho's, what are going on
I
now?
think
Yeah,
at this
look for now,
point,
dog.
one more flush higher would
Man,
be
the
a good
Panas and
signal.
goal at the same time.
Like really get a flush higher that fakes, like right away. That would, I think, you know, really help. Because this kind of looks bullish. There might be people holding on to
On
their
them day, we
longs or
need to
ready
go
to
back
get in
to some
long.
of them
And if
unhealthy
it
moves the way you make, dog.
does
On
that, I
them
think that looks really good.
unforeseen moves the way you make.
Unforeseen moves.
Yeah, man, all them momentum shit that we got to go with. We need to catch it.
Alright, that's right. The momentum, nigga.
If the
If
market
it's
doesn't
going
go
up, you
down,
go
does
with
it
it.
mean it's a strong
That's
buy?
No, nigga, no.
Not necessarily. That's why I've
fuck
tried
SL.
looking
We're talking
for
about your accounts
in
as
these
SL.
certain spots, being like, oh well, if I don't see a short, why don't I take
If
a
it
long?
blow, it blow.
To me, that
I
overcomplicates
did a
things,
blurry growth, I
and
know.
But no,
I just don't
yeah,
think
we
it
can
worked very well.
look for
I would
something.
rather look for just.
So I need to start a practice to not look on the 1 minute that much. Because
This
I
is a
missed that
chop
5
fest
minute
right
move
now.
because I was looking on the 1 minute. I would have taken the momentum move if I was looking on 5 minute, but I was looking on the 1 minute.
Still
So I need
watching a
to
5 minute
get that 1 minute shit out
on
of my
another
head
screen. I'll
again,
pull up
'cause I don't use
if
1 minute
anything makes sense.
I see this someone here to look
a
good.
lot. So
I would really. I think ideally, I would like to see one more fake higher, sell off, and then do a little lower high, and then it could start to really get going. But right now, I think there's
still
still enough bullish action
I
that is still the momentum is slowing. But again, we could also just be in this little wedge pattern
this
right
shit
here,
is hella
waiting to
bullish, bro.
just
I
break
don't-
out and make
I'm
another
not
move
trying
higher.
to sell that shit.
And if that's the case, obviously I don't
I
want to be
see
in it.
no confirmation for it to sell. I see no retest for me to buy. So, I mean, I done nothing.
Definitely nerves are a little
So
hectic.
forget
You got that-
sometime.
You know, it's tricky right now.
Yeah,
You
me
could
watch
buy,
it.
goodbye.
But me
You
nah,
could sell,
because
but
the
reason
closer I
being,
get to the end,
But you know,
get
just
to
want to
12.
go with what the charts are telling me.
I thought about 4 hour I close.
Uh,
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock plus 4.
yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Interesting to
Because
look
I
at.
take it to
Okay,
12,
how
bro.
long did this
The momentum will
last
slow
for?
down. So,
Like before it broke out, it was about
man, I ain't
from
had
I
the,
feel like I thought
from
deep.
the top.
Cause that would be a freaking
About 15
very
minutes
huge
at the
buy
most.
angle for the 4 hour, dog.
This has been
Could even
about 15
continue buy.
minutes, so I think we'll get a breakout here pretty quickly.
probably.
If this
Until we see confirmation,
kind of
I'm not.
consolidation
I
pattern
already
is
missed the
playing
5
out
minute
green.
trade already, so until we see confirmation, man, I don't.
Bro.
And if it continues to chop more, I think that just shows that there's the weakness is building.
And on my day, I wonder if we can get a gold
Oh.
pullback so we can take a piece of the buyer. That may or may not cause the sell thing come out of my head a long time. But that shit is just going up, and then we go buy the top, and then they go down. So,
So joining momentum, bro. That's what you
yes,
say.
momentum slow down there. I'm trying to in front of us.
It's hard in these spots, like in the big picture.
Bye, oh boy.
But
Momentum
knowing
slow
that
down.
it's
When you see it arrange there, I'm not
smart to wait it out and wait for a little bit more.
Not joining that shit, man. Like it's edging for look like it wants to sell to me, but I'm not playing with it because it's just spiking up and spiking up and spiking up. I'm not trusting that. Worst futures is just going all the way up. I'm
It
not
could
trusting that
not.
shit.
It might just sell off and not actually make a new high here. Make a big
Oh, that's
candle.
accelerating. What do you mean
To
by?
me, that looks like it could be a fake. If it fakes,
I'm looking for
it
a
does a
pull
big
back to
sell
buy.
candle here,
I'm not
to
chancing
me that
sell
looks
this
like
thing.
it'll be more likely to then
Oh, you know,
continue to
start
go
it.
higher.
We need to talk look
I
like
think
you
right
are there,
now
so.
with these
So,
chops,
Yeah, my alerts them
um,
still. So if it come
I
back,
want to
come
see a
back.
fake in either direction. If it shoots up, breaks the high, or shoots lower, and I think usually that's kind of a signal that it's going to go the other direction.
Damn, gold is going to the bush. It's a buy, Baba. It's a buy.
Oh, bye.
Right now, I'm just looking.
Gold.
I'm just waiting. Not in a trade right now. Just
Like,
seeing
imagine if I just bought the top.
Um,
I would be
if
okay.
a short sets up.
Can I buy?
Nope.
Like,
Nah, break your strategy for nothing at all, dog.
yeah, the buy the clean
It
still.
looks
But it
like
didn't
it
tighten
wants to
up.
make
And
the
it
high.
closed at a 1 to 2. Or 1 to 2 point something, I think.
What, gold?
Just slowly getting
To
there.
2.4. Yeah, maybe catch on goal. No, like 1 to 2
How
maybe
much is it
catch.
up
On
on the
goal.
day now?
Yeah. The
Wait,
dollar
maybe
is
hold
The
it.
percentage,
dollar
But
plus down
which is
now.
crazy because that's just
The gold
normal
by
right
this
They
now.
solid
pull it.
one, cause the gold by TP did the all
I
the
mean,
way up.
yesterday was like,
And that's
Yeah.
it was up
That's
a
like a
percent, it was
good
down
amount
a
of
percent.
If we did hold it,
pips.
we would have at a 1 to 5 right now.
Yeah.
I don't
We
know
got
long
first
time.
get the
That's
buy
our last
still.
night. Man.
My God say you will get the buy too.
Yeah,
So
we're jumping on different
Is it
area.
10:30? No, there's
everybody
not.
get the buy
That's
but
just
me.
kind of my
I
final
got the
reversal
sell.
timing.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Sometimes these longer trends, these trends we have that last, for the first hour, that's kind of the timing when they
The
might
buy there,
be
rise I know
and so
still.
that
And if
just
I
gives
momentum that
us
way,
a
I thought about.
reminder of like, hey, we're getting there. This is when we
That's
might
Can't
start to
remember.
reverse.
Chick.
Bananas. If you
Yeah.
5 minute close above that, then we can see the buy. But if
There's
it
a new
doesn't,
high.
then yeah, good.
All the look of buy from doing
Now,
yourself
if
from
we keep
yesterday.
going higher,
If we did ever take it. Jesus
other
Christ,
reversal
smallest lot
zones,
and
there's
just keep
not
on
really anything. I mean,
But
you could
we
start
didn't go up
pulling
for the
over
shot.
random
We left the
areas.
chart and go to some.
But I think as we punch
Yeah, the
up
buy
here,
work.
there's not
But you
really
take
a
the buy.
good zone
But
to
you get
trade
piece
off
that
of.
buy. Take that buy.
And I think if we really get up here,
Don't gotta win them all.
I think I might just not look for a short. I
Looking
think the
for a
good
retest and
opportunity
go.
was here. The best
Probably.
opportunity was
If
here.
we get it
And the next one was here.
for 9:30.
And if we don't
because this video is
really
already at
reverse at those, it's
1
not
hour.
really in a spot I like. Maybe we just we can do a fake higher here and
So
get
this
a
video not gonna process for now for sure.
reverse here, but
You did
it's
try the
starting
recording
to
up,
just look
Mutana?
like it's just
Oh,
too
no, I
bullish
forgot the
to
name.
reverse right now.
Green Recorder Pro, I think.
Okay.
Could
We get
be
the next
doing
break
this.
if so 21 minutes. Let me see
Honestly,
5 minutes. 5 minutes. No close it, but it's still
This could
above.
have turned into a spike and channel. It kind of looks like that's holding pretty good actually.
It's a buy.
At least
It's
on
a
the low
buy.
side,
Why you think I
move
give me my
starts and then
boom
it
but
becomes more healthy. And we
It's
might
a
just
buy.
stay in this channel for a while.
lazy blues and scared people.
And if it doesn't set up in my, it could reverse later in the day or tomorrow or overnight. But, my window is kind of this first hour. And if it doesn't happen then, I just move on.
Any news not drop yet?
News drop already. From
Now,
9
if on a
o'clock.
5 minute, if this pops here and makes a head and shoulders on a 5 minute, I think that looks gorgeous still. Like,
Come on,
that
Goldie.
is still,
Retest.
I think that's the
At
only
least give
thing
me
I'm
some other
looking
buy,
for
you know?
still. If on a 5 minute that sets
Pushing that
up,
dog.
I want a short. But if it
Ah,
doesn't,
please,
Yeah.
that's kind of the last thing.
I mean, I get no
If it doesn't do that, I will call it.
That buy is pushing.
Because this is just, otherwise this is just too bullish.
Every can go close bullish. Every can go close bullish.
Feel like say,
Pretty much
oh,
always trade the first hour.
I can't catch them in a dog. I chew my mids. Feel like how many start this
I do not trade
is
proper move.
chart
I've
up for the
traded
buy
this
and the sell.
on NinjaTrader.
Chart up
I've
for the buy and the
traded
sell, and then check the higher time frame
there's
for
a link in the
confirm it.
description if you
Cause
want to check
yo,
that
for
out.
that. Sometimes the thing even look clean, dog, and it's still a buy and it's still a sell. Sometimes I can't take my phone. Well, look at that record that. Hey, why does it look so?
Why don't I go long if it's so bullish? Because that's
Oh yeah,
not my
it close
strategy.
below
My
it.
strategy is looking for these moves like this to reverse.
Just so
Because
plus.
over time, I've realized that these very
I'll do all
unhealthy
of that.
moves are just. I mean, the one I was looking for this morning was a long down here because we had this unhealthy move to the downside, and it was likely to reverse this, at least. Now, obviously, it continued more,
That would have been.
and it didn't set up to my strategy to jump in long here, but that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Is this? I use a fair value gap, and it's has these, and then on this way up here, it's kind of the same thing. Looking for this to essentially reverse. I looked for a reversal here, took a short, didn't work out, and then kind of punched up here and kind of looking for it again. But if we just continue higher, I'm just not gonna trade. That's okay, That's my strategy. It's about finding a strategy that fits your style. It's not about trying to capture every move in the market because that's just impossible. If you figure out the formula, by all means, let me know. But personally, I cannot mentally do that. It's just so draining
Sorry?
and impossible
Yeah, is
to
it?
really do consistently every day. At
Today?
least for me, and I think the majority of people.
What?
Trying to be patient here. It's hard just sitting here.
Oh, yeah, no, wait, Mara.
I think the setup still has potential, but it's definitely losing steam. Do I only always trade one strategy? Yes. I mean, I don't. Once I'm done streaming, I am done for the day. I don't, try and do something on the side or, trade off stream.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I do.
Alright, I'm gonna close off this video. Stuff's like an hour long, so I don't want to make it too long.